Your table topic is Facebook stalking. How much is too much?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Drago. The question that was posed to me is Facebook stalking. How much is too much? First off, I guess we'll define what Facebook stalking is. I personally consider, if you just look at somebody's recent photos, whatever, that's not really stalking. I think stalking is when you constantly, every day, maybe even 5 times a day, look at one person's profile, look at where they are, all their new pictures, what they're doing, who likes what on their page, and everything like that. I think that's stalking, and my answer to how much is 0. You really shouldn't be doing that. It's kind of not what it is meant for, to keep tabs on somebody or track somebody during the day. But on the other side of that, I think the person whose profile it is partly responsible. If you don't check in to where you are, or post where you're going, or who you're with at what exact time, people can't really track you down. So I think it's a little situation of give and take. You have to be smart enough not to post where you are, what you're doing all the time, so that people cannot stalk you. So in summary, I believe that the formal definition of Facebook stalking, which I've defined earlier, of somebody going to your page repeatedly 5 times a day, looking at every single thing on your wall, is 0. You shouldn't do that. But I also think it's partly responsible of the person whose profile it is for posting all that and allowing people to know where you're at each given day. And also remember, for them to be your friend, you have to confirm it, and you can also block them or unfriend them. So if that ever becomes a problem, let you know, you can also block them. Is there any questions?
Like you had said earlier, the whole checking in option. Did you think Facebook was cooler before you could check in where you were, or now we have this new feature where you can use tabs on absolutely everybody in your friends list? How do you feel about that?
The question posed to me by Preston was, what do I feel about the checking in feature that Facebook now offers? And in respect to this question, I think it's a plus if you're a stalker, because now you can find where everybody is a whole lot easier. You don't have to make any assumptions. You get the physical address and everything. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's pretty retarded. They're really only the people who do it, not to be sexist, or the girls who want to check in at the mall, check in at some restaurant, or not to be sexist, but everybody in here knows it's true. And I think it's kind of dumb, but I guess some people see it as a social status. If they can check in at the mall on Saturday while everybody else is doing something else, more power to them.
And you had said that you have to be someone's friend to see their stuff. And actually, I learned this the other day. I don't like the whole check-in thing, so it's creepy. But if I were to check in somewhere, I could look at people who are here, and it gives me a whole list of everyone who's checked in recently, whether they're on my friends list or not. Do you think that should be made private? I mean, to where you check in, you can only see where your friends are?
The question posed to me by Jordan, who doesn't use the check-in feature, and so I've been proven wrong, was people who check in can see even friends who have checked in at a similar place. Do I think that's right or wrong? I think it's wrong. I think you should only be able to see which one of your friends have checked in, and that would increase the privacy and keep stalkers from tracking down people. But if this question